Mirror Domain's movie news. We talk about all the big movie news headlines of the day, guys, because we're movie fans. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Mirror Domain's movie news, your place for entertainment headlines, where we talk about all the big trending movie news, well, headlines that are throughout the day. We go daily, usually at 12, but we're in the midst of doing some live watch-alongs for the Cabinet of Curiosities. That we just did episode 1 right there, guys. So it's up on the channel now, and it was good. It was good. But what else is in store for today in the movie news realm is that Netflix is canceling a show that they started filming already. I don't know about that. Big Trouble in Little China with Dwayne Johnson, perhaps, but we got some updated numbers for Black Adam with some international numbers for that, so that's updated. Henry Cavill is back as Superman. That dropped yesterday, but we'll go over that again today because that Instagram post that he had was pretty cool, man. And then, we start off today's show by talking about Saw 10 and Tobin Bell. So yes, they're making a new Saw movie. Tobin Bell returning for next Saw film. Bell will reprise his role as the Jigsaw killer John Kramer. And that's good. October 27th, 2023 is the release date. And that's good. You know what? Because even I liked Jigsaw, the last movie that came out. And they finessed that enough that they got Tobin Bell worked into it, so I don't see why they couldn't make another Saw movie with him in it. Because here's the thing, he's been dead since the third one, and they still somehow worked in his influence, and the last movie still brought him back in the flesh, so that was cool. Because here's the thing, with the Saw movies, he's like iconic to it, right? You think about that voice telling you, let's play a game, right? His visage too is very iconic too. So there's always ways that you can work him in with like videotapes or whatever. They're shooting it now, October 27th next year, right around for Halloween. I'm back on board for more Saw. I like it. I know some people call it like the torture word there, kind of horror, but I really enjoyed the last one. I really did. And to see him back, because people think of the Saw movies, people think, him, the Jigsaw Killer and his voice. It's very iconic. It would be very strange if somebody took a property as iconic as Saw and then said, let's not make it about him, let's make it about somebody else, which this sort of did at times. But I don't know what movie out there would have done that, right? That's, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's go over to the IMDb. Saw 10. Nothing official just yet. Expected October 27th, 2023. Plot is under wraps. Directed by Kevin Grutert. Yeah, we heard that a while back too. Grutert. And the only star attached as of right now is Tobin Bell. But that doesn't really matter because whoever they get is going to be fodder for the traps. Yeah. Saw. Good. Tobin Bell. Other than that, this is on the Hollywood Reporter, guys, so there's not that much more to say as of now. If you don't know who Kevin Grutert was, I guess it does go into a little bit of that. Saw franchise producers Mark Brugge and Oren Kules in a statement said, "What a thrill to be reuniting with Tobin. His performance as John Kramer is part of the magic that made this franchise a phenomenon, and his character is an active part of this film." Yeah, it's not like saying, well, it's the third of this trilogy, and I'm not interested in making a Laurie Strode or Michael Myers movie. No, they don't do anything audacious like that. They bring back Tobin Bell. That's what I say, and I think that's pretty cool, man. Saw 10. I'm on board. Are you? If you are, let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. All right, guys. We do a live daily movie news show. It's usually at 12 there, but as I said in the beginning, that we were busy because we're doing Cabinet of Curiosities. And if you want to follow me on all the other social medias, those little shorts that we do here on YouTube, sometimes for the reaction videos, you can find extended versions of those on my social media handles there at Instagram and TikTok, which is really blowing up right now because for some reason TikTok is really liking me. I'm getting somewhat of a rush by the reception that TikTok has had for me. And we're going to slowly start building up the Facebook again there too. Okay. Henry Cavill announced yesterday, guys, that he's back as Superman, and that's awesome. And Henry Cavill I think he is the Superman of our generation, guys, for sure. You don't want to see anybody else recast, and not now. And it's Superman. I don't think is like Batman, where it's kind of like you can have multiple Batmans, like Batfleck or Robert Pattinson's Batman at the same time. People can separate their minds for that kind of stuff because the universes are just so different, right? But with Superman, I don't think we can do that. I don't know, because so many people wanted Cavill back as Superman, and he took to his social media yesterday, guys, to confirm that. I think this is the video, right? Did I hit the audio button?
Hey everyone.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait until the weekend was over before posting this because I wanted to give you all a chance to watch Black Adam.
Yeah. So this is a spoiler, guys. If you haven't seen Black Adam, I apologize. It's confirmed because we talked about this before, that he was going to be like in the post-credit scene for Black Adam, and he is, and it's glorious.
But now that plenty of you have, I wanted to make it official that I am back as Superman. And the image you see on this post and what you saw in Black Adam are just a very small taste of things to come.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to be thankful for, and I'll get to that in time.
And the studio apparently did him dirty. So
I want to thank you guys.
The old regime.
Thank you for your support, and thank you for your patience.
So he's humble. He's humble about that, and that's cool. Henry Cavill just seems like he's a stand-up dude. And this was the costume that he was wearing in Black Adam. So there you go, guys. I don't expect too much blowback about spoilers in the comment section for that, because it's the big story, guys. It's the big reveal that everybody's been talking about. But when you go on to read some of the details about this, like the old regime, I guess, didn't want him. Like the old executives there. Just kind of like, Cavill reached out apparently to try to have some control over the property so that, it wasn't going downhill like this, try to course correct. And the studio executive said, no, we don't want to hear anything like that. Bye. You're out. Which is bad leadership when you hear that the clamoring that audiences have for him. So it's good that he's back. I'm happy that he's back. Zaslav, as he said, Superman and Batman are going to be the backbone of the 10-year plan that he has, right? And Black Adam did a great job of bringing that in. So as you can see there's a lot of comments that people are saying that he's glad to be back. The only thing that I would say, guys, the only kind of thing that I've been reiterating is that just be careful, because you don't want a big, huge letdown. Everybody's saying Man of Steel 2. It's going to be Man of Steel 2. I don't think it's going to be Man of Steel 2. I think it's just going to be a new Superman movie, and they're going to, because they have to make sure that people understand that we're not moving forward with the Snyderverse. Especially after the Flash movie, when that comes out, we're not moving on with that, because some people are getting their hopes up thinking the Snyderverse has been restored. I don't think so. Because remember, the studios have come out and said that the Snyder Justice League cut is not canon. It's not the canon one, guys. It's the theatrical version. So the bad guy was Steppenwolf. Well, we'll have to see how that plays out. And I'm sure he's going to show up in other projects. And as you knew, that there's going to be some kind of a showdown somewhere along down the lines of Superman and Black Adam. Go on and see Black Adam, guys, because it's a lot of fun in the theater. And that cameo, everybody, I wasn't the only one going, yeah, when he shows up. It was really cool. Really cool. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and we will talk about it, guys. Moving on, Black Adam. We got some box office numbers to update here, because yesterday, I think it was I said it was 140 million at the box office. 67 domestically, right? 67 domestically here, Black Adam. It was number one, obviously. And later on today, I'm seeing Ticket of Paradise, so pay attention for my straight out of the theater reaction for that one later on today. But Black Adam, 67, but domestically, but internationally, it jumped up a little bit, 75. So yesterday was around 142. They updated that, and it was, it's going to be 200 million, right? 200 million? Why is that not updating? Come on, guys. You just had it up there, James. Okay, so it's not updated. It was updated, and now it's not. This got up to 140. So I got the worldwide budget got the worldwide total is 200 million as of right now, and for some reason I don't know why Box Office Mojo has not updated that number for my records, because I did pull it. It was up there, guys. All right. Well, those are the breaks of doing a live show. It was updated a few minutes ago, but now it's not. It reverted. Bummer. Okay. Well, anyway, you know what? Just know that Black Adam's numbers got adjusted a little bit higher. So there you go. What's next? Star Wars. Okay, yesterday we talked about Star Wars. David Lindelof had come on to write a new story with the potential possible director coming in from the director who did a couple episodes of Miss Marvel, which I don't know about that. It's still up in the air. We'll see. But apparently the script that he's working on is going to be a continuation of characters from the sequel trilogy of Rey and probably Finn and Poe, which you hear. John Boyega said that he will be back. Oscar Isaac said that he doesn't want anything to do with it anymore. And Oscar Isaac is just a top tier talent too. So I could see why he wouldn't want to do it. But Daisy Ridley, I'm sure she's got something in her contract there that's probably saying that she would have to come back no matter what. But it was recently confirmed that Damon Lindelof was working on a Star Wars movie, writing it for it. But rumors out there are saying that, yeah, it's going to be a continuation, that Lindelof's story would reportedly take place after The Rise of Skywalker, but it is not a continuation of the Skywalker saga. Not a continuation. So maybe, yeah, it won't be episode 10. So that just gives us the timeline then. So, yeah, because as I said about those actors, I don't know if they're really keen on coming back, because they kind of, the backlash, yeah. We're not going to go into all of that again, guys, but if it takes place after the galaxy's trying to rebuild, there's still some interesting stuff there that you could go through. I just would ignore the sequel trilogy altogether. That's what I would do. Talk about the Yuuzhan Vong or whatever, the people that come from a different galaxy that have the Force has no impact on them or influence on them whatsoever. Do that storyline. And what would have been really cool is if you actually did the sequel trilogy of, that was one of the reasons why Palpatine was building his army, because he knew that this bigger threat, like the White Walkers in Game of Thrones, were coming. That's exactly what they should have done. But they didn't do it because J.J. Abrams is a twit. Sorry, guys. I know that some of you out there like his work, but I just, especially after Rise of Skywalker, his writing is terrible. He shouldn't be allowed to write it. And I hope he doesn't. Anyway, yeah. So if Damon Lindelof's Star Wars is going to take place after, it still remains to be seen if any Star Wars movie is ever going to get made. I don't think it will. But just a quick little update there for you guys. What else broke yesterday was that Antman trailer. And my highlight reaction reel is up on the channel right now, and that made more views than the normal reactions. I just don't get it. And people can't tell me it's because of the thumbnails, because some people just publish crap thumbnails and they get huge numbers. I don't know what it is. Hey, we're a movie news channel where we talk about movie reactions and movie news. You would think YouTube would push out content, but for people who like the reactions and such, but I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, yeah, like the normal screen here. Instead, they push out the small shorts version of it. I don't understand it. But anyway, Ant-Man trailer brought up some interesting comparisons to Spy Kids. What? Ant-Man 3 trailer's Quantum Realm is giving fans Spy Kids 3D flashbacks. Okay, so they pulled up this image, and I gotta tell you, it's kind of hard not to say that, yeah, of course it does. Whatever. You know what? I had fun with the first Spy Kids. The second one was meh. Okay. The last one, was it with the Hulkster in it? But you kind of look at what the visual effects were like back then, and they, Robert Rodriguez, give him credit, he stretched it as far as it could go, and you can see the comparisons there. Wait a minute, was that really a bad guy in Spy Kids? This guy, really? Huh? Maybe that's one episode that I didn't watch. There's so many of them, right? And there's apparently a reboot coming down the works for Spy Kids too. I think that's wrapped actually, and I think it's going to be on Netflix. Maybe? I don't know. Spy Kids, 3D game is over. Yeah. You can see the comparisons there. I just thought it was fun. Just a fun little throwback comparisons kind of there. Not a big deal. I really enjoyed the Antman trailer, guys. My reaction's up on the channel now. Go check that out. It's a lot of fun. It was. Spy Kids, for sure. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's take a quick break here and tell you what you can see on the channel. Earlier on this morning, we did do a full live reaction for Cabinet of Curiosity from Guillermo del Toro, Episode 1, Lot 36. That was a lot of fun. It was a really quick episode. Just after this episode at 1:30 p.m., guys, we're going to be doing episode 2, Graveyard Rats. So the Cabinet of Curiosities is releasing 2 episodes a day, and we're going to follow it. I think it's 8 episodes in total. We're going to follow it all the way up to Halloween, guys. 2 episodes a day for the next couple of days for Cabinet of Curiosities here on Mirror Domains on Mondays. Well, we just wrapped up the season finale for House of the Dragon, so next Monday we'll be looking for more content, or maybe I'll take a break because I've been putting out a whole bunch of material for you guys. But episode 10, the finale, ended with a zinger. Pay attention for my highlight reel for that later on today. And then on Wednesdays tomorrow, we are also going to be doing Andor. So we'll be doing 4 shows tomorrow. I don't know. I might have to cut down on the movie news tomorrow because we'll have 2 Cabinet of Curiosities plus Andor. Yeah, that's a lot of material, James. Don't get bogged down. But then, of course, on the weekends, we do the Horror Weekly Roundup, where we talk about all the big horror movie news headlines that dropped during the week. It's one of my favorite shows. We watch trailers on there. I don't care if it gets a copyright claim, guys. I just want to share all the horror movie news with you guys. It's a lot of fun. And, of course, yes, we do the movie news during the week. You're going to find something that you like here on the channel for sure. We do full live movie watch-alongs too. This weekend we're going to be watching Silent Hill for Halloween, guys. It's going to be my full live watch-along for Silent Hill. Yes, we're going to be watching that because, hey, there's a new movie coming out for that, and I want to celebrate that for sure. Okay, yeah, let's continue on. I need to make the thumbnail for that later on today and start promoting it here in that little highlight reel for you guys. And since we are broken here, let's take a break. This morning, guys, I was trying to put together the show, and I've been consciously trying to get out a short, at least one short before the show goes, to try to accent what we're going to do on the big movie news show. But last minute, I decided I was going to, I was going to watch Cabinet of Curiosities, but I figured I'll just turn on the camera, I'll share my reactions with you guys, and it was a lot of fun. But it was kind of like, I scheduled it for 10:30, and I was like really struggling to get all the thumbnails, all the descriptions out there and stuff like that, and I was like, well, somewhere in here I also have to eat my breakfast because, I can't go 17, 18 hours without eating something, and it was kind of like I was getting myself so worked up. And I'm going to publish a short about this too. That I am working hard on these channels, and it is paying off in spades. But I realized, what? I'm not going to be able to eat my breakfast in time. I'm just going to shove everything back an hour. So that's why the movie news is half an hour late today. And don't get myself worked up like that, because this is the advantage of calling the shots on your own, is that you get to have that little bit of leeway, and I think people will be lenient towards that. I'll be better prepared tomorrow for sure, because later tonight I'll make the thumbnails for tomorrow's Cabinet of Curiosities, and I'll have those posted up. And I'll think about my time frame, because I don't know if I will want to do movie news tomorrow if we're doing 2 cabinets and 1 Andor. So that'll be like 3 episodes, 3 full live watch-alongs plus, because that's stretching into, remember when we did Stranger Things Season 4? That first day when we did 4, we did like 3 big episodes, right? And those were long episodes. That was a long day too. We'll have to see. I don't mind working, guys. I don't mind the work because it is paying off. It's just I want you to know that videos just don't come on together like that. It does take a little bit of effort. But okay, that's enough of a break. Let's get back into some movie news. Big Trouble in Little China remake is possibly in the works. Well, with Dwayne Johnson. Well, Big Trouble in Little China Lo Pan actor talks Dwayne Johnson reboot. Yeah, apparently Dwayne Johnson's been trying to get this remake made, and with no details as to when this could possibly be remade, and if John Carpenter is going to be involved with this. Kurt Russell was in the original, right? I had fun with it. But the actor who played Lo Pan there, the bad guy, this guy, James Hong, came out with a quote saying, okay, he acknowledged that Dwayne Johnson's been trying to put this together, but without Lo Pan, how dare he? He chuckles. Well, I think they should leave the classic alone. However, I'd like to reappear in the new one and do something spiritually, like Star Wars, where the characters come back and do a reprieve of some kind, obviously, because let's admit it, Lo Pan is a huge part of the first movie, so how can you forget him? And he was a very kind of weird, creepy villain. Like not only in this visage, but when he was like that old man with the skull cap on, and it's like his skin has got like all the liver spots on it. It's just ew. But Big Trouble in Little China, I don't know if they could do that and have that kind of same kind of cheek to it, right? Because it was capitalizing on a lot of the stereotypes that may not be as so well received today, but I don't know if they could, like if it's a reboot with, I'm guessing, Dwayne Johnson and the Kurt Russell type of role, right? Where he's like a truck driver or something. I don't know. Do you guys think Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, could pull off that kind of thing? I'm sure he's got the cheek for it, but you know, when I was thinking about this, who would I cast in, like, it doesn't have to be the same character, but like, you know, in the same kind of ilk that could pull off like that Kurt Russell kind of flair is Jason Momoa, oddly enough. I think he could pull it off. No, not that Jason Momoa, guys. You know, this kind of a Jason Momoa, the one that's kind of like, you know, you could see him as a trucker or somebody like who would get into like a situation over his head, and then he's got like the action clout to him that he could bring what Kurt Russell did, right? Like he ends up on the right side of things in kind of like a buffoonish way, but you know, it's still in a believable kind of way. I could see that, but Dwayne Johnson, you never know. He's got big success right now. He's got a lot of projects on the works too, so I don't know, between Black Adam and the DC Universe stuff that he's involved with. He's also got a movie called Red One with Chris Evans that just started shooting. He's got Red Notice, apparently is going to have a sequel for Netflix on that one too. Dwayne Johnson's a busy man. I don't know if this one will ever come into fruition, but it would be kind of cool if it did, because I had a lot of fun with that one. It's very 80s though, very classic, and it had yeah, it had a lot of fun with the mystical kind of side of thing. Kim Cattrall in it too. Yeah. Yep. Okay, guys, let's talk about one of my favorite topics, and I'll see if I can work this into movie news. I'm stretching a little bit here. Taylor Swift just unveiled a new music video last night, and they are kind of small movies. We heard that she was going to release like small, like movie-esque music videos for her songs for her Midnights album, and last night she released the video for Bejeweled. I watched it this morning, and it was a lot of fun. She got Laura Dern in this, so guys, it starts off kind of like as a throwback to Cinderella, like the wicked stepsisters and this wicked stepmother, and she's like Cinderella cleaning up the floors and stuff. And you know, she wrote and directed this, and these are all her friends. Apparently there's like lots of Easter eggs here and stuff like this in this video, but you can tell that Taylor likes doing this stuff. writing this stuff. And Laura Dern, cool that she's there playing the wicked stepmother. I don't know who these sisters are, but apparently they're notable friends of hers. And it's actually it's about a 2-minute sketch before the actual song starts. But you can tell that Taylor's having a lot of fun with this. And I champion that. You know what? She's having fun with her career. She's got full control of her career. And that's inspiring to me. You know? Say what you will about her music, but like the way that she's conducting herself as a business person, working with her art, having control over her art, it's phenomenal. And it's a beautifully shot music video for sure. For sure. And then it kind of morphs, like them going to the Cinderella dance, which is kind of fun. Something about her hair looks kind of funny there, right, guys? I don't know, whatever. It's Taylor. So, Tay-Tay. So, yeah. I dig it, man. And then, of course, and then she has, like, Dita Von Teese show up in this. So it gets a little bit, like, she's known for, like, the burlesque stuff, right? And I'm like, well, as soon as I saw like the champagne glasses come out, it's like, are we going to see Taylor get into this champagne glass? And yes, we are. Yeah. So for obvious reasons, guys, you could tell that I had enjoyed this music video. That was loosely tied to movie making. I know it's a bit of a stretch, but I had lots of fun with it. And then this is Jack Antonoff, right, in the back. This is the guy who writes music with her all the time, who helps write her songs and stuff. And he also works with Lana Del Rey. He does, Jack Antonoff. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, apparently it's got like lots and lots of Easter eggs in this. So, yeah, you're gonna have to check this music video out, guys. Ooh. Yeah, saucy. I couldn't imagine a reason why you would not want to watch this trailer. Or sorry, not this trailer. This music video by Taylor Swift. Now, I know I was stretching it there, guys. Give me a break. Come on. I'm just trying to have fun here. Netflix. Let's move on to more serious stuff. We'll talk about Netflix. Cabinet of Curiosities is on Netflix, but some shows are not given. Well, they were canceled. Netflix cancels. Oh, I misspelled cancels there in my in my little graphic there. One too many L's. Netflix cancels another show halfway into production. Netflix has canceled adult animated comedy Bad Crimes. So it's just an animated show, but apparently it was from the guys who did. What was it? Okay. Why am I drawing a blank on it? Mike Judge, King of the Hill, right? Is that who did that? And he was going to be an adult comedy, animated comedy, Bad Crimes. It's going to star Nicole Byer and Lauren Lapkus, which she was in The Wrong Missy. You'll recognize her if you saw her. The show was set to be a dark comedy about two FBI agents solving crimes across the country while juggling their friendship and relationships. I would have preferred a live-action version of that than an animated movie. Lauren Lapkus just has that range that she can like utilize her face. Use that then. Animated. Canceled. I don't know if that'll bum people out. Dark Horse comic series Grendel was also canceled. Is that apparently? No? Yes? In late September, the streaming platform also scrapped an adaptation of Grendel after filming all 8 episodes. Wow. They decided it wasn't very good, so they got rid of it. And that's kind of the fallout that happens if the marketing isn't that good, or if the production isn't that good. It happens. Netflix is not immune to canceling stuff, guys. It's not. But if you were looking forward to that kind of stuff, for sure, that's kind of a bummer. No movies have been canceled, I don't think. But it's just a bit of a curious headline. And now we got to talk about people behaving badly. People behaving badly seems to be a resurging topic that comes up in the headlines these days. So where do we start? Well, this is somebody who did behave badly, but Will Smith, Emancipation, draws high praise from celebrity pals after private screening. Tyler Perry, Rihanna, Kenya Barris, and Dave Chappelle were among those treated to a private screening of his new film, directed by Antman Fuqua, about slavery and stuff like that. It's going to be on Apple TV Plus in December. But apparently, well, of course, if his friends liked it. That's Rihanna right there, right? She just had a kid too, so cool. Tyler Perry. Here's what I'll say about Will Smith, guys. It just happened this year, man. He just had his little disgrace this year. As I said, he didn't kill anybody or anything like that. But you know, and Chris Rock forgave him. It's just, you got to give us a little bit of more time than under a year to get that flavor out of our mouths. He'll be forgiven, and he will be welcomed back. But it's just kind of like, I would have waited a year to release this film, Emancipation. But I know you can't because of money reasons and stuff. Whatever. But his friends liked his movie. Is that a shocker? Not really. Will Smith, right there. Who else was behaving badly? Guys, we talked about this yesterday too, and I told you what to do about this guy. Kanye. Now, this is going to be partially with movie related too, but just the Adidas stuff, they pulled out of it. And Netflix apparently is going to have like something with him too. They need to cancel that. Netflix needs to step up. They need to cancel the comedy that didn't work. They need to cancel, there was going to be like a biography or something with him. Cancel it, dude. Cancel everything, Kanye. And I'm not saying that because I'd want to take away his rights for free speech. No, he already said it. He already said those things that he has free speech to say. But you know what? There's also repercussions for some of the things you say. And I wouldn't say, like, I think this is justified in every single way. Of course. Of course. You don't want to be associated with some of the comments that he said. And I'm not going to go into the extent of the bigotry and the stuff that he said. And I'll go into what I said yesterday. The people that still support him, he's attracted a large base of trolls. And he thinks the people around him that support him think that troll base, they're trolls. They don't understand that they say, they're sitting there on their typewriter saying, "Oh, it's going to get somebody angry if I say that he's a genius. They're going to get triggered," and that's like trolling. That's their number one drive, to get somebody triggered. They don't care about, like, replace Kanye with anybody else, and they still that base would still be there. But they think that those people are fans of Kanye. They're not. They'll turn their back on him when it's convenient for their favors, because they just like to troll and get rises out of people. I don't know what's going on with him right now. I think he needs to take a step back and get out of the limelight, because if it was any other person, yeah, it's justified. But where does this fall into movies, guys? Kanye West documentary shelved for recent controversy. Yeah. And a lot of his agencies are dropping him because it was that bad. And if you don't understand how or why what he said was bad, there's just no communicating with you, right? Because you just don't care, or you're just a troll that wants to try to get a rise out of somebody. But yeah, for MRC has been shelved. A complete documentary about him has been shelved, and I don't think they should make one for at least 20 years or so about this. I don't know where he's going with this either. I really don't. And if he tries to say things like, "Well, they're just trying to censor me for my free speech," but no, you're still saying it. You're still out there saying it, so nobody's stopping you from saying it. So if you want to say those kinds of things, these kinds of things are going to fall. Don't expect the same kind of support around you. That's what I say. So documentaries are being shelved. Sponsors are leaving him. Fine. And if you still like his music, go out there, fine. Do what you want to do, but I'll be monitoring the channel just to make sure that all of that BS, because I don't stand for that around here. I don't. Which is why I don't like to talk about it that much. But since it does have movie implications on us, That's what I like to try to keep it to, and I kept it to that yesterday about him trying to claim ownership over Django Unchained, which is in our realm. When you get into my realm here of movie news, then I'm going to talk about you. But that's all I want to talk about him. That's all I want to talk about him. Enough of him. Get him off of my screen. Who else is behaving badly? This has been lingering in the headlines for the last couple of days because he's been trying to fight it, and he made a fool of himself last night. James Corden addresses restaurant ban drama because apparently him and his wife went into a restaurant and they didn't cook the eggs properly. She wanted all egg yolks or something like that, and there was a little bit of egg white in it or something, or the vice versa. She wanted all egg whites and there was a little bit of yolk in it, and they kicked up a big. She said no, she doesn't like that, and then he got into the restaurant's faces, and he stood up and said, "How dare you treat my wife like this?" And he got all like, you hear stories about people who do this, and it's kind of like I have no respect for that because I worked in the restaurant industry. One of my first jobs was as a line cook, guys, so I have high respects for that industry, and I always try to treat people in there with the most respect, even when things are going wrong. And if you don't like something at a restaurant, don't tip, don't go back. That's it. You don't have to stand up and create a huge fuss. But this guy apparently does, and I just have no tolerance. And apparently it's just not the restaurant. Apparently behind the scenes too, he's not a very good dude. I have no love lost here, but he went on his show last night and tried to make a lengthy apology about it. And then when you go and watch that video, all it is him blaming the restaurant for not doing it properly. That's all it is. So he made a complete ass of himself on his show. And I hope he doesn't need to be blacklisted, guys. He doesn't need to be canceled, as they say, but just kind of like, just stop watching him. Or like, I wouldn't even want to talk about this other than the fact that it just keeps on coming up for the last 3 days now. And the Hollywood Reporter has been splashing this stuff all over the front page. So I just thought I would just add it in there at the end of people behaving badly. James Corden, grow up, dude. Yes, you're not going to like it, but people can call your wife the most grotesque names, just like what happened to Will Smith. And you can't get up and respond like that. You got to take it. Don't go back to that place. Leave if you have to. That's what you got to do. Just leave. Don't address it. Don't build up a reputation like that. But you got to do it. Sometimes you just got to do what you're going to do. And you got to learn the hard way sometimes, right? Well, we've all done that. I'm getting preachy here. I'm up on my pulpit. I don't mean to do that, guys. Let's continue on and talk about more movie news. I think that wraps us up for what I had here in my little roll call. What I'll do is I'll go on and see if I've missed any other headlines here, and we'll round things up by looking at the Twitterverse. But I don't mean to be preachy, but sometimes when you see things like that, people behaving badly, it's kind of like, I want to add in my 2 bits too, because it's a bit of an unfortunate situation sometimes. So let's just see if I missed anything here in the big headlines. Nope. Let's go over to the Twitterverse because that's where we mined some juicy Jason Momoa story yesterday. That was it's getting some okay traction. Let's round it up by taking a look at what's out there. Outstanding performance in a new series, The Bear. Don't know what that is. Mariah Carey. Charlotte Wells, father-daughter tale after son, has received 4 nominations. Well, yeah, we're getting down to awards season here. Bones and All, Timothée Chalamet movie. I want to see that movie. That may be playing at an art house theater near where I live, so I'll be checking that out. Okay, so this is just all about the Gotham Awards. Jennifer Lawrence and Brian Tyree Henry is in a new clip from their movie Causeway, where she plays like a war veteran who comes back and has a tough time readapting to society. Jennifer Lawrence is always great in my book, so I'll be watching that for sure. Okay. More Gotham Awards considerations. First clip from the menu has been released, so that's coming out soon too. I'll be looking forward to that. Anya Taylor-Joy and Ray Fiennes, kind of like elite people get assembled for a night of dining, but turn out to be the menu items themselves, from what I understand. It's going to be kind of like The Hunt. Okay, what else do we got here? Vogue. According to THR, the success of Pig changed Nicolas Cage's current career trajectory, as his now, after years, has been in demand for a live-action studio film. Well, that'd be cool. And we heard inklings that perhaps maybe we could get a Face-Off 2, which would be cool. That would be awesome. Nicolas Cage is always great, though. Paul Mescal. Not seeing too much more here. Doctor Who apparently is going to be on Disney Plus outside the UK and Ireland for new seasons. Yeah, I heard that's a big deal too, but that's more on the business side of the TV stuff. I know we cover TV stuff here too, but it's kind of like, meh. Zach Cregger's The Barbarian is now streaming on HBO Max, so okay. I'll have to look on Crave to see if that's up there. If it is, then we're watching it. House of the Dragon has surpassed Game of Thrones Season 8 to become the most viewed HBO title over Latin America, Europe, South Asia. Okay. There's my Khaleesi. I haven't seen you in a while, girl. I miss you. I know you had to go crazy, but you're still my queen. And this is the new queen, Rhaenyra, who's going to go to war. Cool. There's Laura Dern and Taylor Swift on the Cinderella themed. That's cool. I like that. And the fact that she's directing this stuff is just really inspiring to me. Yeah, that's what I miss. I've been working with these shorts and stuff, getting out things and stuff. You'll see this on the channel now. While I'm out for my walks and stuff, I've just been thinking about shots in my head. And when I do like my reaction to that Taylor Swift song that dropped last week, I just think it up and I put it in. I go and shoot it. I don't know why it's like that. I just do it. And I like that. And talking about shot compositions and stuff like that, what I want to see from it, that's cool. Oh, that's an Easter egg. That's Jack Antonoff in the painting. Yeah. Apparently she said, because Taylor was on the Jimmy Fallon show last night, and she said that it's chock full of Easter eggs for Taylor Swift fans. So the Bejeweled music video, it's for the fans, she said. So now I am a Swiftie, but I'm not that hardcore of a Swiftie. But apparently it's for hardcore Swifties. Okay. Anything else? Nothing else is really jumping out at me here. Kate Blanchett's going to be on Hot Ones, eating some hot chicken wings. House of the Dragon finale, 9.3 million viewers. Yeah, I really need to edit that finale and get that out to you guys. So I'm watching 1:30. We're watching in 15 minutes. We're watching Cabinet of Curiosities number 2, and then I think I'll have enough time to get that Game of Thrones edit out, because then I'm going out to see Ticket to Paradise, because it's cheap Tuesday. Yeah. Not seeing that much here, guys. I like this. This is like a power couple, right? Joaquin Phoenix and Rooney Mara to star in The Island. The film follows an American couple who turn their backs on civilization to build a secluded paradise on a deserted island where they decide to live off the land. Well, that's cool, because they're a couple in real life, if they're not married. But Rooney is from Power Money. Like, her family owns like the New York Giants or something like that. Yeah, so she's a great actress. Phenomenal talent. So is Joaquin. That's cool. To see them working together, that'll be kind of fun, I think. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I saw this all over the pages too. Leslie Jordan had passed away at 67. He's a lot of TV stuff, a lot of TV credits. Apparently died in a car crash. Somber way to end off the show if I am going to end with that. If you knew him, wasn't too familiar with his recent work. He was on Call Me Cat with Mayim Bialik, right? And apparently they paused production because of that. Very sad. Zac Efron, Harris Dickinson, and Jeremy Allen White to play wrestling siblings Iron Claw. Yeah, we heard that he was going to do that, right? Zac Efron. All right, guys. 116. Hold on here. There's Lily James. We'll always pause to talk about her. She's going to be in that as well. Cool. I dig that. Can't get enough Lily James. And finally, Austin Butler and Mike Faced behind the scenes on the Bike Riders. Tobin Bell. Oh, that brings us full circle. There we go. Tobin Bell is back for Saw 10, October 27th. That'll round us up for the movie news show today, guys. What do you guys think about that? Did you like that show? It was a little bit more informal, but I kind of like that. Let's take a quick 12-minute break, guys, and we'll be back for Cabinet of Curiosities, Episode 2, Graveyard Rats. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. It really helps the channel. And I'll see you next time, tomorrow, or maybe on Thursday for more movie news. We'll have to see. We'll play it by ear. See you then on Mirror Domains.